Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Wala Abu-Eid and today I'm going to show you how to make a rice paper sail to decorate your cake with. You'll need any regular rice paper or spring roll wrapper. You could use the whole circle like so, or you could alternatively cut it into the shape you desire. For the first one, I cut it into not an oval, but like an oval with sharp ends, I would say. And I dipped it into a plate filled with room temperature water. Now, looking back at this, I think I could have got a bigger plate as it would have fit better, but I just kept rotating it and moving it around for a minute or so until it started to soften. Now, before you do this step, make sure you have some baking paper on hand. I placed that on a tray and crinkled a part of it where I'm going to place the rice paper over. After a minute of turning that piece of rice paper in the water, I transferred it to the baking paper and placed it in whatever shape I want it to be once it dries. Here I have just a regular whisk from my kitchen. I placed it under the baking paper to kind of give that dimension, a little bit of elevation in the center, and then I proceeded to prepare my next sail. So same thing, dipped it in water for a minute or so and placed it on top of the crinkled paper. You could see for the second one, I actually kept it whole. I kept it as a full circle and then I bent it to the shape I wanted. Picked another utensil from my utensil drawer and placed that under, also to give it a bit of height or elevation. I also followed this exact same procedure to make some smaller sails. So I took a whole piece of rice paper, cut it up into like thirds, I would say. And with these ones, I actually didn't mold them using anything at the bottom. I just bent them over each other, made them overlap a little bit to give them that dimension and the shape I am interested in. There really isn't any right or wrong. This is what it looked like when it was drying. I left it overnight, I would say between 10 to 15 hours for it to completely dry, and this is how it turned out. So they turned into a plastic-like texture, which is similar to what rice paper feels like when it's dried as soon as you buy it. Now, I wanted to add an extra touch to my rice paper sails. I got some gold shimmer powder and rose water. That's what I use as an alcohol-free alternative to making gold paint. I placed a bit of that gold shimmer in a plate and added the rose water gradually to turn it into a paste or more like a paint-like texture. Once I was happy with the way it was mixed, it wasn't too thick, it wasn't too runny, I started painting my sails. So when you're painting your sails, don't actually get the whole brush and paint along the sides. Actually tilt your brush and just touch the sail with the end of it, if that makes any sense. Because you don't want the gold paint around to be too thick. It won't give it that nice effect. You just want it to have a little shimmer. And I also went over the veins or the cracks, the folds of the rice paper to give it some extra dimension. And overall, I was so extremely happy with the end result. Given this was my first time trying rice paper sails, I was definitely impressed. I attached them to my cake using some buttercream. You just layer them as you like. You could actually have them at the top of the cake, on the side of the cake, whatever shape, way, or form you like. And I will show you the end result now. Here is the final product. You could see how I put this together in a step-by-step video on my Instagram, and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel for more cooking and baking videos.